Good evening. This is Rahul Magan here is a Group Chief Executive Officer, Treasury Consulting, and also a venture capitalist. As we speak, Treasury Consulting is a multinational headquartered group based out Singapore. We are a multinational hedge fund who holds interest in US equities, European equities, and Asian equities. Apart from that, our fund take positions in currency and commodities. But like I repeated many times, we are a prop fund. By prop means no third party. Whether you are a venture capitalist, you are a private equity, you are a venture debt, you may be a financial institution, you may be a bank, or whosoever, with due respect, you cannot invest capital in our fund. So, whatever position we are taking, whether this is a dollar position, $100 position, $1,000 position, or probably anything, it is all backed up by our own capital. And this policy would continue, which means we would continue to be a proprietary hedge fund. Many of you who tracking me closely, they are aware that I spent 10 years of my career in a treasury function, especially the front office function. I dealt with almost every bank, whether this is Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Citi, Standard Chartered, UBS, Barclays, Deutsche, BNP Paribas, State Bank of India, or you name. List is very, very long. And now I have my own fund. I am dealing with banking. Almost the same banks. Guys, when I was working as a corporate treasurer, I used to give trainings. Then I used to got time. I used to give trainings to Institute of Chartered Accountant of India. And I served many committees of Institute of Chartered Accountant of India. And one committee which I served largely is FXTM committee, shortly known as Banking and Capital Market Committee. In this, I served a course FXTM, Foreign Exchange and Treasury Management. I'm extremely pleased that, ICAI ICI traveled me almost everywhere. I've been to Bangalore, I've been to Mumbai, I've been to, Calcutta, I've been to Madurai, I've been to almost the whole India. And I taught almost 30 plus batches of FXTM. In fact, when I was a faculty member of FXTM, I was also the faculty member of various other institutions also, which includes Institute of Cost Accountant of India, Institute of Company Secretary of India, SPJAN, which is in Mumbai, and many other institutes. Even today, as and when I get time, I taught in these institutions except ICAI. ICAI FXTM course is this, which I have today taken a printout. You can see that it's a logo, Institute of Chartered Accountant of India. You can see that logo. This is the 13-14 pager course. And one thing which I regularly speak on YouTube channel about the treasury function, and trust me, many investment bankers, many banks, financial institutions, they view my LinkedIn profile. They connect with me. But one thing which I repeatedly said is foreign exchange courses cannot be taught until you are live on Reuters or Bloomberg. So, if you are live on Reuters and Bloomberg, then in that FXTM courses, FXTM doesn't mean ICI, these courses can be taught because Reuters and Bloomberg are financial data reference providers. By financial data reference providers, I mean they provide the data which you can't even assume. Example, they provide the benchmark curves. They provide the overnight index swap. They provide, the forward contract. They provide the option. They provide the pricers. They provide the blotters, and they provide everything. But unfortunately, in the world of teaching, the Reuters and Bloomberg is taken at granted. In fact, when I was teaching at ICAI, and I can challenge, I even today know the secretaries of the courses by name and by face, and I have the phone number. They also knew me. Hardly I have seen the institutions are recognizing the need of Reuters and Bloomberg. Hardly I have seen. So, example, in this course, which is a 13-pager course, of course, don't think that this is the only video about FXTM course. There are more videos to come on FXTM course on our YouTube channel. And after that, we would be evaluating other courses of ICAI as well. Please be rest assured. In these courses, let me take a simple case of, just like this. Page number N3, money market instrument, treasury bill, promissory notes, fixed income instruments, repo, reverse repo, and so. Guys, this is completely incorrect. Okay, theoretically, this is correct. Theoretically, if you do not have any knowledge, you do not knew anything, then it is 100% correct. But practically, this all part which I'm showing here, this can be summarized as benchmark curve, which is known as BMK. Currently, we have around 64 benchmark curves on Reuters and many benchmark curves on Bloomberg. Example, INBMK. It talks about Indian benchmark curve. Example, GB BMK, Great Britain, London benchmark curve. Example, US BMK, US dollar benchmark curve. Example, EU BMK, Euro benchmark curve. But if I am teaching this course theoretically, I am teaching you commercial paper, I am teaching you certificate of deposit, I am teaching you, the treasury bills. I am teaching you treasury notes. Theoretically, I am teaching you on a PowerPoint screen or probably on a whiteboard. Then what is the use of that? There is no use of that. The reason being is very clear, because this can practically be taught using benchmark curve. So example, I will open the screen, and in this screen, I will show INBMK. I will show you INBMK, and I will tell you that, see, this is how the Indian Treasury bill is traded today on 25th May 2022. This is how the Indian Treasury note is traded as we speak. This is how Indian Treasury bond is traded as we speak. This is the Z spread which is getting traded. This is the relevance of the Z spread. This is the, the spread between, I would say, which is known as swap spread, the spread between the government security and the spread between the relevant corporate security, and all these things. Now, all these things can be practically taught using Thomson Reuters. But if you are thinking these things can be practically taught using a PowerPoint presentation, or it can be practically taught using these so-called courses, then you are completely incorrect. One thing, let it be very honest, these institutes need to learn is that these courses needs to be 100% practical, because until otherwise, you will make these courses on Reuters and Bloomberg. I repeat, until otherwise you make these courses on Reuters and Bloomberg, It really make no sense at all.